How did a recruit's terrible nickname save his military career? Private Jake Miller got labeled Crybaby on week 2 of basic training, and it stuck like glue for all the wrong reasons. It started during our first field exercise at Fort Benning. We're doing combat drills in the Georgia heat when Jake's battle buddy Tommy collapsed from heat exhaustion. While the rest of us followed protocol and called for medics, Jake started tearing up watching Tommy get loaded into the ambulance. Drill Sergeant Williams saw it immediately. Look at Miller crying like a little baby. From that moment on, I was Crybaby Miller. Every time someone got hurt during training, every time we watched war movies, every time anything remotely emotional happened, Jake would get misty-eyed and the whole platoon would start making baby sounds. The nickname followed him everywhere. Chow hall, PT, weapons training. Other recruits would ask if he needed his binky or wanted to call his mommy. Jake took it in stride, never fought back, just accepted that he was the sensitive guy. Graduation came and went. Most of us scattered to different bases, but Jake and I ended up at the same infantry unit in North Carolina. The Crybaby reputation preceded him. Within days, everyone in Bravo Company knew about the kid who cried during basic training. It got worse during our first deployment to Afghanistan. Combat zone nicknames are usually earned through tough situations, but Jake was still Crybaby. Guys would joke that he'd probably cry if he saw actual combat. The teasing never stopped. 3 months into deployment, we're at this remote outpost in Helmand Province. Dangerous area, constant threat of attacks, everyone on edge. That's when things started getting weird with Danny, one of our squad leaders. Danny had been acting strange for weeks, quiet during meals, avoiding conversations, staying up all night on watch when he should have been sleeping. Most of us figured it was just deployment stress. Normal stuff that happens downrange. Not Jake. He noticed everything. How Danny stopped eating his favorite snacks from care packages. How he started giving away personal items to other soldiers. How he volunteered for every dangerous patrol, almost like he wanted something bad to happen. One night, Jake came to me looking worried. Something's really wrong with Danny. I think he's planning to hurt himself. I brushed it off. Danny's tough as nails. He's just having a rough patch. But Jake wouldn't let it go. He started watching Danny constantly, following him around, making conversation when Danny tried to isolate himself. The other guys thought Crybaby was being his usual overly emotional self. 2 weeks later, Jake burst into our tent at 2 a.m. Danny's gone. Took his rifle and disappeared. We searched everywhere. Found him an hour later sitting alone on a hillside outside the perimeter, rifle pointed at his chin. Jake was the first one to reach him. Started talking in this calm, gentle voice. Danny, man, whatever you're going through, we can figure it out together. You don't have to carry this alone. For 30 minutes, Jake sat with Danny on that hillside. Didn't try to grab the weapon. Didn't call for backup. Just talked. About home, about family, about how deployment messes with everyone's head sometimes. Slowly, Danny lowered the rifle. Started crying himself. Told Jake about the nightmares, the guilt from a firefight where civilians got hurt, the feeling that he didn't deserve to go home when other soldiers hadn't made it. Jake helped Danny walk back to base. Got him connected with the chaplain and mental health services. Probably saved his life that night. Word spread fast through the battalion. The kid everyone called Crybaby had just prevented a suicide through pure emotional intelligence. Command took notice immediately. Within a month, Jake was transferred to the unit's crisis intervention team. Got specialized training in suicide prevention and peer counseling. His sensitivity, the same trait that earned him mockery, became his most valuable skill. By the end of deployment, Jake had helped 3 more soldiers through mental health crises. Battalion commander personally recommended him for promotion and additional training. Today, Jake's a sergeant first class running mental health programs for the entire brigade. His office wall has letters from dozens of soldiers he's helped over the years, right next to his Bronze Star for heroism. The nameplate on his desk still reads Sergeant First Class Miller, but everyone calls him by his new nickname now. They call him Lifesaver.